with speeds in this sport up to 300 miles per hour, completing the quarter mile in 4 to 5 seconds, safety is paramount. Over the last few years, new regulations have been brought into this sport to ensure the safety of the drivers. And when this sort of thing happens, you want to know that when your car has taken control of you, you are going to be safe inside it. All manner of things happen when you're producing this amount of horsepower. The drivers sit in roll cages that surround the body, which are designed for other parts of the car and the equipment to break off of it, leaving the driver in a completely enclosed fuel cell. That, over the years, has saved lives. And when you get crashes like this, as we're just going to see here from Lena Nystrom, you want to know that you're going to be safe. Once again, we're on the move. This time, it's to Norway.
Hello, welcome back to the FIA European Drag Racing Championship. Now this is round 4 from Gardermoen in Norway. Top Fuel and Pro Stock. For all of you familiar with drag racing now, you will know that Kim Raymond and Barry Shevels are fighting it out for the honours in Top Fuel. Kim Raymond narrowly still on top of the series. And in Pro Stock, the big news, Jakob Ferrer, who was leading the series as we went into Sweden, is now down in 3rd place. And Michael Malmgren is on the top of the tree, Jan Uren in 2nd. This is round 4 of the championship. Gardemoen purpose-built drag strip right at the end of the airfield and about 2 hours away from Oslo. Now we're here on an old Luftwaffe Air Force base here in Norway. This is now the drag strip behind me. I'll be staying at this end of the circuit to talk to the drivers after each round, but let's get straight on with the action. Well, this is the Pro Stock leaderboard. We can see Michael Malmgren on top, Jan Uren 2nd and Jakob Ferrer 3rd. A dense crowd has turned out. The Norwegians love their drag racing. This is the first round of the eliminators. It is Jan Uren effectively on a bye run because Runeberg broke his car in qualifying. Jan Uren has to be a strong favourite to win here today. No problems there, obviously.
No, I feel sorry for Rune though. He hurt his engine and he couldn't participate today, but you know, that's part of the game, and I'm happy to have a bye run the first round. Tried to test some things and maybe it worked out. I don't know. Do you know the time?
I don't actually at the moment, but did you try and put a quick time in?
Yeah. Obviously, lane choice will affect this, and Michael had some problems last night, so maybe we can get lane choice for the semis versus him. So we'll see.
Well, we certainly will see. Jan Uren, a hot favourite if they're here today. Jakob Ferrer in the white Semcon car in the right lane as we look at this picture. You can see him just drifting back now down the strip. In the far lane is Krista Anderson. Krista Anderson, 7th qualifier. Jakob Ferrer, 2nd qualifier. That's how these pairings are made up. Jakob should go through. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of difference between the lanes here at Gardemoen. You can see the rubber that's been laid down on the track here. There's glue sprayed down. That's what gives the traction to these mighty Pro Stock V8s. Both cars now rolling forward. Jakob Ferrer is in pre-stage. Krista Anderson rolls forward into pre-stage. Both cars now into stage. Krista Anderson, a very quick start. You can see the wheelie bars leaving those white tracks as the cars head off up the strip. And Jakob Ferrer takes the win, but that was a good run for his money. The parachutes popped there, hauling the speeds down to try and make sure that they decelerate before running off the end of the strip. A good run there. You can see Jakob Ferrer basically hauling Krista in by half track, running over to take a comparatively easy win. Jakob.
Yes.
Is this a big whoopee?
Yeah, it was a good run. 7:06 and we're pretty pleased. Yeah, it was a good run.
So you're going to meet Jan in the next round?
No, I think I will meet Hansson or Connolly in the next round.
And, well, do you want it to be Connolly?
Yes.
Get your own
prefer
back.
Connolly, yeah.
Yeah.
He beat me last time at Mantorp, so I would like to beat him this time.
Okay, well, a 7:06, I mean, he's got to run a fairly good time to get lane choice over you. So which way are you going to go, left or right?
I stick with right if the conditions are good.
Okay, well, let's find out what happens. He'll be coming around the corner in a minute. Indeed, they will be coming around the corner. This is Jari Connolly, and Jakob Ferrer will want to get his own back on Jari because Jari beat him in Sweden, and of course that didn't do Jakob's title chances any good. Jakob was very much dominating the season, which was starting to worry Michael Malmgren, but you can see Jari Connolly in the left lane now. Let's see how he does in that left lane, and he's up against Magnus Hansen. Magnus Hansen was third qualifier, Jari Connolly was sixth qualifier, so the book would say that Magnus could take this win, but let's see what happens. Both cars now edging up to those pre-stage beams, the photoelectric beams that cut across the drag racing track. You can see the lights coming on the top of the Christmas tree. Both cars now, that's Connolly into stage, Magnus is rolling into stage, away they go, green lights, both guys away cleanly, Connolly up at half track, Magnus trying to hold him back, Magnus Hansen almost nailing Connolly at the line, but I believe, yep, Connolly's got it. A reaction time there, a quicker reaction time from Connolly. That's what did it, because Magnus actually ran a quicker ET. That's one of the anomalies of drag racing. You can run a faster time, but if you react more slowly, you could still lose. Well, there's going to be a bit of excitement in the semi-finals because Jari met Jakob in Sweden and famously put him out.
All right. I don't know, but I believe my reaction starts right there.
Yeah? Well, you're going to meet Jakob in the semis.
Yeah. Jakob is good driver and he has a really good combination. And I gotta take my reactions time again. That's the point.
So is it going to be Sweden all over again? Are you going to put him away?
I hope so.
Well, here we go. This is the gold car here of Kenneth Soderstrom up against Michael Malmgren. Michael Malmgren really has to do well here today. He was very, very much of online for taking the championship this year, but Jakob Ferrer was starting to worry him. Michael has to get past Kenneth Soderstrom. This is a very, very important race. Kenneth Soderstrom, this is, you know, actually they're pushing Kenneth off to the side of the track. That's very bad. Yeah, definitely, that's it. He's getting the signals from the starter. Something's gone wrong with the pro stock car of Kenneth. That's Ian Marshall, the starter. They're telling me he can't run. Presumably we've got some oil running out the bottom of the car or something's happening. Can't tell what it is. Kenneth, they're not happy at all. But I can tell you, Michael will be breathing a sigh of relief inside the blue and white AC Delco Camaro as it guns it up to the track. And Michael will be still looking for a fast time over the line. Let's see what time he did to see whether or not he'll get lane choice in the semi-finals. 7.05. Michael is up against Jan Muren. So this is how it looks. Jan Muren up against Michael Malmgren. That will be very, very hot. Ferrer up against Connolly. But now it's Top Fuel. This is Robin Reed, and he is up against the man that is currently second in the championship, Barry Sheevels from Great Britain. You can see them mopping up, just a bit of water coming out of the engine there, nothing too serious. Reversing back up, that's Canute, pointing his man back down on the rubber laid down in the burnout. Barry Sheevels wandering around a bit there in that right-hand lane, just trying to make sure that that car is pointed straight down the track. You can see in the background there the nitro burning engine, 7,000 to 8,000 horsepower. The team's job is to try and make sure that all of that power is hooked up through those rear slicks onto the track without spinning the tyres. It's crucial that you get 100% grip at the start of the race. Now both cars are into pre-stage. Sheevels into stage, Robin Reed into stage, away they go. Robin Reed slips the back tyres. Maybe Barry Sheevels has dropped a few cylinders there, I can't tell, but Barry Sheevels takes the win. In slow-mo here, You can see Barry Shivers is slightly up at half track. He'll be a very, very happy man. That looks like it's locked up, that motor. Hang on, we'll give you a few seconds to get your helmet off.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. I lost communication with the start line, so it felt fast, but I don't know yet.
Okay,
But
well,
a
you
win's a win anyway. That's the main thing. I want to run very fast here. So,
well, what about the motor? Is that locked up?
no, it's the clutch.
Okay, so
I
that's
guess.
solvable.
Well, we put a new clutch in after every run anyway.
Okay, so
You can't believe you can get this warm after just one run, but they did leave us waiting down there a long, long time. But the track here is just excellent, and apart from being on the beach, I can't think of a better place to be at the moment. So
another 4 seconds side by side, possibly in the final.
let's hope so. You know, I would really, really love to do this a low 4 second and get closer and closer to this 500 kilometres now. But now we've done the 300 mile an hour. That's the next target, because people keep saying, "Well, what's the next target for you?" So that's what drag racing's all about. It's all about going faster and faster and quicker, and you know, there's always a new target all the way along the line.
Good man, Barry Shivers. He's a committed racer, just wants to set records all the time and obviously wants to win. And this is the man that he thinks he'll be up against. Kim Raymond in the left-hand lane, the silver and purple car, currently leading the championship. But he's up against Gary Page, a very, very experienced nitro racer. Gary will want to take this one, but I suppose the odds are in favour of Kim. This is Gary Page. There's Runa there just checking the motor out. You can see Gary concentrating on things as the car rolls up to the staging lights. Now remember, the preparation of the track in drag racing is fundamental. The amount of rubber that's been laid down, the amount of glue that's down is really, really important. And everybody's saying the track this weekend is quick. Gary Page is now in stage. We're waiting for Kim Raymond. Kim Raymond is in stage. Let's wait for the lights to go down. We've got a green. Gary Page, Kim Raymond away cleanly. It's a 2 all straight all the way down the line. It's Kim Raymond. Takes it. A small fire breaks out in the back of Kim Raymond's car, and Gary Page disappears off into the sunset, and Kim Raymond is on fire. Well, at the end of each track, you can see the safety crew. They always have their engines running for this sort of event. Well, that was pretty chaotic. Kim Raymond took the win. I thought that Gary Page was going to crash into him as he came over the line. Gary Page has ended up the track right up there on the old part of the airfield. I think he's perfectly okay. He's got out. Kim Raymond's car is covered in absolutely covered in fire extinguisher, but he's smiling. Remarkably, Kim Raymond is smiling. Okay, he won. What happened?
Well, the blower belt came off again. Teared a couple of lines off, and I guess you get fire then.
Okay, well, looking behind you, does that worry you? Is that what's happened? Do you know?
No, not really, but it was warm. I can see that.
And Gary looked like he was going to take you out. Could you see him on the left-hand side?
Not until after the finish line.
That would have been spectacular. Anyway, so hopefully back to the pits and fix it up. You'll meet Barry in the final.
Yes, I beat Barry in the finals.
Well, that's fighting talk from Kim Raymond. Barry Shivers will certainly have something to say about that and something to do about it. Well, clearly something is going to happen in the Pro Stock Championship. All 3 leading contenders are through to the semi-finals. Well, let's start off with Jan Muren up against Michael Malmgren. This is almost a final in its own right. You've got the first and second place in the championship. Michael Malmgren really needs to put Jan Muren away. Michael was hoping to take the championship this year. This is a very, very important race. There are 2 rounds to go after Norway. There's Germany and England. But psychologically, Michael will want to put away Jan here. Jan has beaten Michael before, but in Sweden, it was Michael that took the honours. There's only about 20 points separating these 2 in the championship. Both teams very, very professional. It's anybody's guess as to who's going to win. Michael is probably in the slightly favoured lane, which is the right-hand lane. Checking the temperatures of the tyres at the back of Jan Muren's car. Everything is cool. We've got a capacity crowd here in Norway. They've turned out in their thousands, and the sun is beating down. Now both cars are in pre-stage. Both cars, that's Muren into stage. Malmgren is making him wait slightly. Malmgren is in stage now. Both cars are away. Muren gets away first. Michael is going to have to play catch-up. Can Michael catch up the yellow car of Muren? He's trying to power through, but no. Muren takes the win. Michael will be cursing. Well, big celebrations from Muren's team. Let's have a look again in slow motion. A great reaction time from Jan Muren. Over the line, takes a comparatively easy win. Michael should have shut him down a bit more quickly than that, but this is drag racing. Now it is Jan Muren up against Jari Konla. As usual, put your bets down. Jari Konla beat Jakob Ferrer in Sweden. Jakob really needs this win if he's going to try and keep his hopes alive at the championship. He's trailing in third place at the moment, and he's about 30 points behind Michael Malmgren. He really does need to take this win. Jari Konla is a lot further back. He still has a potential of taking the championship, but it was going to be very difficult for him. Clapping the door there just to try and let some of those fumes from the burnout out as Jari Konla settles down and focuses his mind and his eyes on the track and the Christmas tree in front of him. Rolling forward now, being way forward to the pre-stage line. Capacity crowd here. Remember, 0.4 of a second is the fastest time you can possibly react in drag racing. Any quicker and you get a red light. Both cars now in stage. The amber, the green, they're away. It looks like Konla got the edge, got the jump on Ferrer. Ferrer has got to play catch up, and it's so close at the line. Konla took it. It was all down to that reaction time, 0.038 against 0.05. It could be Jakob who lost. Let's find out. Can you say again?
Jakob lost.
Yes.
I think it's
Okay. Let's quickly grab Jan, who won the last race. Jan, you must be very happy.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I have no words.
And you're going to be meeting Jari Konla in the final now.
Okay, well that's good for me because I mean Jakob and Malmgren were the closest one in the points, so
you'll be leading the championship after this weekend.
yeah, hopefully. If we can take out Jari in the finals, we'll definitely lead. But
well, let's look at that again in slow motion. That basically Michael Malmgren is out. That's number one in the championship. Jakob Ferrer is out. So Jan Muren, whatever happens, will take the lead in the series. Jari Konla goes over for the win.
I'm not coming to Hockeyheim.
You're not?
No, because I gotta get married my Susie after 23 years.
You're getting married instead of going to a drag race?
Yes.
Now, are you sure about this?
I'm sure because we had a booking all people, you know, in February 6-8 months ago, and the Hockeyheim race came ready to May some time, and you know I can't tell to my people and go home like no wedding.
Well, there's commitment for you. Jan Muren meets Jari Konla in the final. Jari Konla will be getting married on the same date as the German round. Well, congratulations to Jari. The question is, will it be congratulations to this man? This is Barry Sheevels. This is Kim Raymond, getting cooled down there marginally, I think, by that rag. It is insufferably hot inside these Top Fuel cars, inside the race jackets and fireproof underwear. Getting waved back. The guy stands behind the car with his arm raised in the air. The chap in front of the car then communicates any correction to the driver as he comes back through the staging beams. And it's at this point that the starter will look over the car just to make sure that there's no oil leaks or nothing coming out of the car. And that's what happened to Leif Andreasen in the top methanol class. He was actually stopped on the line because he didn't have what's called the diaper under the car. That's the thing that stops all the bits flying out if it blows up. But anyway, here we go, Top Fuel action. Both are in stage. Away they go. It's Kim Raymond. Barry Sheevels is trying to drive through, but it's Kim Raymond takes the win. Another explosion from Kim Raymond. Let's see how bad that fire is. Kim Raymond takes the win, 5.075. His team are ecstatic. But his engine is looking even more tortured. Kim Raymond will probably still have a smile on his face because at the end of the day he took the win in slow motion. There's hardly anything between them. You can see Barry is really cooking it on the line. Kim, you've got to give up smoking.
Yeah.
You're not doing this car any good, you know.
Smoking many years ago.
Okay, I'll let you get your crash helmet off. Let's just take a look at this motor down here again. I don't know what you're doing to this car today. Kim, can you just step over here briefly?
Yeah, 1 second.
Actually, this doesn't look too healthy in there, Kim. What have you done?
Well,
The blower belt's come clean off and you've...
yeah, it smacked one of the oil.
Actually, you've got some serious damage there.
Yeah, it's the oil hoses again.
Well, anyway, let's just talk about that. Well done, you're smiling.
Yeah.
A few broken parts, but obviously you're going to extend the lead in the championship.
Yes, and that's the main thing. I'm so happy. God damn it.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
But talk us through the run anyway. Did it hook up properly and
Yes,
it was
it
all
did.
cooled all the way down until the blower belt went?
Exactly same place as last time. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I think we are too lean at the high end, I think. So just at the finish line, it hooks the belt, and the belt comes off and take my my oil hoses and maybe some more. I hope not. Cross my fingers. It's my last block.
Well, for those that remember, Andy Carter, last year's European champion, in the last round did go from 4th position to 1st, so Barry Sheebles can still pull Kim Raymond back in. Let's move back to Pro Stock. This is the big final. Jan Uren in the yellow car up against Jari Connolly in that black and white car. Now I can tell you that because Jari is going to miss the German round, everybody will be praying that Jari beats Jan Uren. Why? Because then both Jakob and Michael Malmgren, it will make it easier for them in the championship. I can bet they'll be standing behind that Armco praying that Jari does a good run. But Jan Uren is running so fast this year, I wouldn't like to bet against him. They're moving forward now towards pre-stage. Jan Uren in the left-hand lane. It doesn't really seem that there's a lot to tell between left or right. Again, the capacity crowd here at Gardemoen looking on. Anybody's guess as to who's going to take this win. Place your bets, folks. It's either Jan Uren or Jari Connolly. Now Jan Uren is rolling forward into pre-stage. There he goes. Let's see who goes into stage first of all. Let's see. It is Connolly into stage first of all. Jan Uren rolls into stage now. Both guys get away cleanly. Both got a green. It is Jan Uren slightly ahead, I think, at the line. But it looks like, yes, it's Jan Uren took the win. Jan Uren is the winner, 7.098, a slightly slower reaction time, but again, moving into the lead in the championship. In slow motion there, you can see both cars getting away almost neck and neck. It's hard to tell who's winning at half track, and it was only in probably the last 100 metres that Jan Uren put that hammer down. Well, there we are, Pro Stock final. Very, very close indeed. I'm sure these guys don't even know who wins. You can see Jari over this. Well, this is unofficial, guys. I'm going from our radio, so don't hold me if I've got it wrong, but I've been told you've won.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that... Well, Jari's not happy there, but Jan, good
Yeah,
win.
obviously I'm quite happy. Couldn't have been a better weekend. The guys been working like maniacs on this car all weekend, and they really deserve this. I mean, we've been to 3 finals now, and it was kind of our turn this weekend.
Well, he's wearing a big number 9 on his chest, but now he's going to change that to a number 1. Jan Uren takes over the lead from Michael Malmgren. Hello and welcome to a very sunny Norway. This is Gardermoen racetrack, right next door actually to the airfield here. Hopefully later in the show you'll actually see some of the aircraft landing at the airport, almost landing on the start line here at the strip. This is the Methanol show, Methanol Dragsters and Methanol funny cars. Well, the Norwegians have come out in their thousands. It's round 4 of the series. The weather conditions are perfect for drag racing. Now, in Methanol funny car, Urs Urbacher and Michael Kagrad are separated by just 2 points. Last year's European champion, Leif, is in 3rd and dropping away. He had a mechanical problem in Sweden and he really needs to make up ground here today, otherwise he's in trouble. Peter Schofer is on the top of the tree in Dragsters, followed by Britain's Dave Wilson. Well, this is the championship for Methanol Funny Car. They do have 2 more rounds. There is a round in Germany after this one, so it is not all over just yet. This is Urs Urbacher in the Quaker State Funny Car coming up on the right-hand lane. He reverses back now towards the start line. Quite a long burnout there from Arvid Grodum. Arvid is 8th qualifier, Urs Urbacher is number 1 qualifier. If you remember, the number 1 qualifier will always beat the slowest. Let's see, they're both in stage now. Let's see who goes into full stage. They've gone into full stage together. Away they go. Urs has put the hammer down right at quarter track, taking a lead over the finish line, pops the parachutes, takes the win. A time of 5.823 seconds. A good win and an expected win from Urs Urbacher. Urs.
Hi.
Happy?
Yeah. It sounds fast. I hope it's a good time.
I don't actually know the time at the moment, but you were in the right lane. If you have the opportunity, would you stay in that lane?
Yeah, I like that more. No shaking. And yesterday was a lot of better. And I think it's a good side on the right side. I hope it's a new record time. I'm not sure, but I feel so.
Well, a big smile from Urs. This is Mickey Kagrad burning out, reversing back. Leif Andressen in the far lane. You can see Leif Andressen reversing back over there. This is going to be a very big race. This is almost a final, but Leif is being pushed off. Leif has a mechanical problem. The win has been virtually handed to Mickey Kagrad. He just cruises over the line. He does bother to pop his chutes, but it doesn't need to. For some reason, Leif had a problem. Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened, but something went wrong from Leif Andreasson. I have also something wrong. I heard on the motor something was wrong directly when we started up, so I said, hey, this is not going to be good, because something is really wrong in the motor. It's banging all the time, and so I can't. Yeah, I'm happy. Really happy.
Well, you're second in the championship as you came into Norway. Obviously, you're 2 points behind Urs. You're going to meet Urs in the next round. So effectively, a very big needle match in the semi-finals.
Yeah, it is. It is. I know we have had some problem all the weekend, but every round that we have run faster and faster. So I know this car is running 570 or something. So I'm looking forward to the semi-final.
Well, that's bad luck on Leif Andreasson because he was last year's European champion, and effectively that's going to put him out of the running. Technically, it's still possible for him to win. But anyway, this is Lex Yoon, nearest to the camera in the black and gold car, and in the blue and black car is Leif Alander. Now, Lex Yoon actually qualified with a very good time, 5.83, second fastest qualifier. So in theory, Lex Yoon should take this win. Leif Alander is always a bit of a dark horse. It's also Leif Alander's in this left lane, which seems to be running a little bit quicker today. But let's see what happens. Both cars now nudging up towards the pre-stage line. Lex Yoon has gone in. Alander follows him. Let's see who goes into stage first of all. They're both striking each other out. Alander. Oh, they both go to stage straight away, and the green light comes on. Lex Yoon smokes those back tyres, wiggles his way up the track. Somehow Lex Yoon manages to take that win from Leif Alander after a very smoky, wobbly start, and Alander is effectively left halfway down the strip. Alander clearly has a problem there. Next up, it is Ulf Leanders and Dan Larsen. Ulf Leanders in the black Ford. He describes it as a Mondeo, black Ford Mondeo funny car. Both cars into full stage, and away they go. Ulf Leanders again wobbling, putting a small wheelie. Dan Larsen fires it up, and Ulf Leanders takes the timing lights out halfway up the track. There's quite a big impact there. Dan Larsen wanders in over the middle line of the track, shuts down. Let's have another look at Ulf Leanders. He pulls a small wheelie, pulls off to the left-hand side. Now look at this damage. Whack! Quite a lot of damage to that car, I would imagine. But it's Dan Larsen who takes the win. So the semi-finals will be Urs Urbacher up against Kagrad and Lex Yoon up against Dan Larsen. This is Methanol Dragster. Watch that back tyre light up. I can assure you that is not the burnout. Give it another go, Dave Wilson. Here he goes, fires it up. A nice smoky burnout. Dave Wilson has been running quicker and quicker and quicker all year. He's #1 qualifier, and basically he's getting a bye run in this first round. Let's see if he sticks one in. Again, it hooks up nice and cleanly. The team are fanatical about making this car go faster and faster. A quick run there from Dave Wilson, time of 5.665 seconds. That is pretty quick, not as quick as his qualifying time, 5.5 seconds, but he'll be happy with that. Kills the motor at the end of the track. Here it is in slow motion, straight as an arrow, fires that American car in, Hawks drags them down the strip.
Yeah, we were on a bye run, and we had the option of whether we should go for it and make a complete pass and try and check out what the track's like for the rest of the day, or take it easy, and we opted to check out what the track was. Looks fine. I mean, it seems like the engine's fine and the rest of it's fine. Didn't run as quick as we wanted, but we'll work on that when we get back.
So you'll meet the winner of the next race?
We certainly will, yeah. It's either
Who do you want it to be?
Oh, I don't really mind. It's either going to be Rob Turner or Simo Hura's car.
Okay, well let's find out, see what happens now, because they'll be coming along any moment.
Okay.
Top Methanol Dragster. This is Jari Hallinen, #4 qualifier, up against Britain's Rob Turner. Here we go. Come on, Rob, fire it up. You can see the shape of the tyres expanding out due to the centrifugal force as they do that burnout. It's all about traction in Methanol Dragster. There's Rob Turner with the Netcall sponsored Dragster. That's his brother Steve, just giving it a few final tweaks and giving him the big thumbs up to put the hammer down. Let's see as they roll forward into pre-stage. It's Jari that appears to roll forward into pre-stage. They've gun it away together as the green light comes through, disappearing over to the finish line, and it is Rob Turner who takes the win. That's a time of 5.827 seconds, not as quick as Dave Wilson. Rob, as far as I'm aware, you got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, it looked like you actually popped the chutes a bit early there, but that might have been just an impression from the end of the track.
Well, it was at the finish line, but it's some of the tracks it's difficult to actually see where the finish line is.
Okay, well I'll let you get the crash helmet off. That's an interesting point, fun enough. If you're going through at 260 miles an hour, there's only sort of orange flashes, I think, on either side of the track here at Norway, so it's probably difficult to tell.
Yeah, that's right. So the tracks vary. Like Santa Pod, the gantry, you got a gauge point. From that, it's a little further on. But we come to these other tracks and everything's different, and you just have to try and gauge it.
Now, Dave Wilson in the next round.
Tough race.
This is Krista Johansson up against Peter Schofer. And I can tell you the copybook and the reality would be that Peter Schofer must take this one. It'd be very unusual if he didn't. Peter Schofer currently leading the championship. Dave Wilson and Rob Turner will probably be praying that this doesn't go Peter Schofer's way, but let's see what happens. The capacity crowd out here, away they go. Peter Schofer's won it on the line. An easy win, straight over, there's nothing to be said about that. All expected, Peter Schofer through to the semi-finals. The cars shut down here. Let's have a look at the slow-mo replay. You can see Peter Schofer very, very quick off the line there. A time of 0.605 reaction time, not particularly quick actually. 0.4 of a second is the fastest reaction time you can have in drag racing. So the semi-finals are Dave Wilson up against Rob Turner, Peter Schofer on a bye run. A bye run in the semi.
The next run in the bye run. It's okay.
Yeah, perfect for you. You're certainly through to the final. And then who would you rather meet, Rob Turner or Dave Wilson? Who would you prefer?
Little luck.
You don't mind? Okay. All right, well, there we go. Methanol Dragster is now resolved. Peter Schofer goes through into a bye run. Well, here we go. This is top Methanol funny car. Mickey Kagerad up against Urs Urbacher. This is like a final at the semi-final stage. Let's hope that Mickey Kagerad had solved that problem with a knocking in his engine. This is going to be a hot one. Do not leave the room. Lay the money down. I would not know which way to call this one. Mickey Kagerad waiting for Urs Urbacher. They both rolled into free stage. Let's see who goes into stage first of all. It's Mickey Kagerad. Urs Urbacher goes in. They both lay the hammer down at the beginning. It looks like Mickey Kagerad has got it. Mickey Kagerad takes the win. Some problems there with Urs Urbacher's car. He will not be a happy man, but Kagerad is the winner. Look at the slow-mo replay. It looks like Urs Urbacher has the edge at the start, but it's Kagerad that takes the win.
It was not so good. I was late on the starting tree, but it was 589, or 587 or something like that. So I'm pleased with winning the round here.
And obviously, you got Dan Larsen or Lex Yoon in the next round in the final. Which one would you prefer?
I don't care. It's two fast guys, so it doesn't care. I don't care about who I'm meeting in the final.
Looks dangerous in there, doesn't it? And I can tell you it is. You are cocooned inside your crash cage, behind the motor, filling up with smoke and acrid fumes from that burnout. You have to ask yourself sometimes why these guys do this. It's highly dangerous. Lex Yoon in the black and gold car on the right-hand side of the picture. Dan Larsen, the blue and white car. The winner will face Mickey Kagerad in the final. Of course, Mickey Kagerad will be aware that this is his chance to close down the lead on Urs Urbacher in the series. Anyway, let's see what happens in this one. Lex Yoon, the faster qualifier, up against Dan Larsen. It's actually quite a surprise winner in one of the rounds in Sweden, for those of you who remember that show. But they reversed back up, being guided back down to the start line area. A very, very hot day here in Norway. The track is very well prepared, very fast track here in Norway. Being prepared by the same crew that prepare Sweden and Santapod. Let's see what happens. Larsen has gone into pre-stage. Lex Yoon follows him in. A quick blip on the front from both cars. Let's see who goes. It's Larsen into stage first, and Yoon follows him in. They gun it away. Yoon puts the hammer down. Larsen tries to plays catch up, but Lex Yoon has taken the win. They come over the line. You can see those cars bouncing around. The escape hatch of Larsen bouncing around. Lex, well done. Good run.
Thank you. Well, it was not a good run. It was not a nice one. We spun the tires the whole track down. So I tried to get some traction somewhere. And well, main thing is we won it, and that's what counts.
Slow-mo replay there. Lex Yoon hooking up marginally faster than Larsen, but only 0.03 of a second quicker away from the line. So this is the final. Mickey Kagerad up against Lex Yoon. Dave Wilson sits in there nice and peacefully. Rob Turner is about to shatter the silence though in the Norwegian wood. That is a methanol burnout, but at the moment there is no show in the other lane yet. We're waiting now for Dave Wilson to fire his car up. Here we go. Come on, Dave. Put the hammer down. An all English and all British final, semi-final here for Dragster. They both reverse back between the banked crowd at Gardemoen Raceway, purpose-built raceway, built on an old Luftwaffe airstrip. Dave Wilson puts down his visor, looks at the lights, rolls forward into full stage, and away they go. It It looks like Rob Turner has got it at half track. Dave Wilson still firing it up, but it is Dave Wilson that takes the win, but only narrowly. 5.67 seconds from Wilson to 5.75. That was close. Let's have a look on the top camera. You can see Rob Turner narrowly weaving around, loses it by only about 5 meters. Terrific drag race. Dave Wilson will be pleased. Very big bad luck to Rob, but Dave, you got it.
567, 412. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, 567. Is that good enough to back up your record?
Nope, that still isn't good enough.
Well, when you get this sorted out?
I'm doing my best. If only it'd cool down, it'd get a lot easier.
Well, that's a smiling Dave Wilson, because he will be meeting this man in the final. This is the Werner-sponsored Top Methanol Dragster of Peter Schofer on a bye run in the semis. The only question is, will Peter really stick one in the bucket to try and get lane choice in the final, or will he not bother and just conserve parts and cruise up the strip? Let's see what he does. He's in stage now, green light, fires it up and clicks off at half track. There's your answer. That means Dave Wilson will get lane choice in the final. These Methanol Dragster drivers are so quick. If they were running in the States, they would be appearing in the top 10. But anyway, this is the final. Wilson against Schofer. This is the Baco-sponsored Quaker State funny car of Mickey Gagarad. A true professional. Backing up now in the left lane. He's up against Lex Hume. The ice that goes into the bug catcher there. Take a look through. You can see the car now moving up towards the three-stage photoelectric beam. Narrowly coming down there. Let's see who's going to take this win. It is Mickey Gagarad up against Lex Hume. Both cars are in stage. Let's see what happens at the start. The lights count down. It's green. They fire away from the lights. It's anybody's race at half track. They're neck and neck. But Lex Hume takes the win. That is unusual. Mickey Gagarad must have a problem, but Lex Hume will be a very, very happy man. Lex Hume cruises down. You can see here it's neck and neck at half track, but Lex Hume has the muscle on the green Quaker State car. Comes over. Mickey Gagarad will not be happy. Lex Hume, high fives. Seemed ecstatic. So Lex, how did it go?
Well, as you see, we ended up first, and the car just went like an arrow. We had some problems all day with the track conditions. It was really hot, so it was really difficult to find traction. But the final run should be it, and we put the right setup in the car.
So you must be satisfied. You put Ursa back behind you, Leif Andres, and a Mickey Gagarad.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I think we are the most unfunded team, and we perform really good. And one of the things that's why it's possible is because I've got such a wonderful, good crew that goes all the way every day, working till 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, you see,
and it's paid off. So a big thank you to your crew.
Well, that's it. It's of course my sponsors like Splitfire and Valvoline, but without my crew, it was not possible. Yes.
Well done, Lex.
Thank you.
Well, Leif Andres, and their last year's European champion. Almost impossible for him now to take the series, and Ursa Backer, he won't be happy about today. But anyway, we move now back to Methanol Dragster. It is Dave Wilson in the American Car Imports Methanol Dragster up against Peter Schofer. Big smoky burnout there from Dave Wilson. There's Peter Schofer backing slightly behind Dave Wilson, spraying into the bug catcher. Wilson starting to edge towards the start line a bit, but hang on a minute, that's unusual. The starter moves in front of Dave Wilson, gives him the cutthroat signal. There's obviously some oil coming out the bottom of the dragster. That will be massively disappointing for Wilson. He needed this win today to close the gap down. He gets the red light. and it's Chauffeur that is handed the win. That was desperately unfortunate for Dave Wilson. Really, to keep his championship hopes alive, he needed to beat Chauffeur today. That will not happen. Chauffeur cruises over. He's handed the win by the starter. Dave Wilson pushed back to the pits. He will not be very happy. Dave Grumpy Wilson, they call him. Somebody's going to be getting them part of Peter Chauffeur's team. Big celebrations. In effect, this is Peter Chauffeur almost taking the FIA Methanol Dragster Championship. There is one round left at Santa Pod Raceway in England, but Peter would have to go out very early on for that to change the situation as far as the points were concerned. Well, I'm sure that is not how Peter would like to have won. Peter, Dave Wilson broke after the burnout.
The broke?
Yeah. So obviously you won, but he broke after the burnout. But well done.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, would it?
Yeah, you won. You're leading the championship still, so well done.
It's very good for the pounds.
Yeah. Well, Peter Chauffeur there, struggling with his English, but not struggling with the championship. Odds-on favourite